not telling you this.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone, we are live again. Dynasty Beer Search for Huru. Thank you so much for joining us. As we always do before we get started, guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for supporting Search for Huru. To our Cara Bars partners, thank you guys for joining Team Amir / Team Stevens. Also, guys, make sure you go to dynastymir.com. Again, go to dynastymir.com. While you're there, buy some merchandise, buy some books. Also, like, share, and subscribe to the content. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the content. It will really mean a lot. And become a monthly Patreon. Again, become a monthly Patreon, patreon.com, search for Huru. You know, support you guys, support. So without further ado, we have Brother Fitzgerald Stevens on with us today. And before we get started, guys, again, sorry about that. In the chat room is my Cara Bars affiliate link. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. Also, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen on the ticker and will be in the description. So Brother Fitzgerald Stevens is on with us today. And today's topic is why entrepreneurship will never go out of style. Why it will never go out of style. That's today's topic. And in fact, entrepreneurship is becoming more sexier now, especially due to our circumstances here on this planet, or really in America, specifically in America, because in Africa, you know, the majority of places that go to Africa, you kind of have no choice but to become an entrepreneur.
Why you say that?
Because, I mean, it's just the jobs aren't really there. And then the jobs that are there, they don't really pay that much. You know, you got to understand, like in Nigeria, minimum wage is like $150, if even that, a month. So that's like $5 a day. I think it's less than that, but it's like $150. We should say $150 a month. I think like $5 a day.
Well, cost of living must be extraordinarily low over there.
Yes and no, because even then, $150 a month, you know. But at the same time, you could find a decent apartment in Lagos for like $2,000 for the year.
Did you say a year?
Yeah.
$2,000. What kind of apartment? No. What?
Like a decent 2-bedroom apartment in Lagos for like $2,000 for the year.
What if I want to go to 3?
You get something nice. And then in my state, Osun State, like $2,000 for the year, you balling for a place to live. $2,000 for a year, you balling.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that I can go over there, put $2,000 down
for the year? You paid.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Now let me back up for a second. Now you're gonna need a generator.
Generator.
Yeah.
I'm not camping. I'm going to stay at a place. I'm not going out of camp.
Yeah, but you know, some parts of Nigeria, the electricity is not that.
Yes, you see how this American thing can get in the way, man. You see, you know, I'm already processing things through the amenities that I'm so used to staying over here. This, you know, so you know what? It boils down to I have to travel more. I have to get over there and see the culture, because I can't look at things through the lens of an American. The American mindset and stuff like that. You know, I had to look out there, but that price of $2,000, man, that's staggering that you actually can get away with that.
Yeah,
no, it really is.
Right. In the majority of Africa, a decent apartment, I mean, even outside of Nigeria, a decent spot, you could get a $500 a month, real nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something. I mean, I've heard things like that before, but you ever hear something and then you finally hear it? I guess I just heard it, right? You finally heard it when you said $2,000 a month. What about utilities? How about $2,000 a month? I have to have utilities. I have to have food. So if it's safe to say that for $2,500 a month.
No, $2,000 a year for the
year. Rent. See how I'm thinking that, you know, so $3,000 a year, all drivers, a chef, good groceries, house cleaners, is that safe to say? 3,000 a year?
No, I would say outside of rent, which would be $2,000 for the year, you could get so for your driver, groceries, food, utilities, all that, maybe 400 a month. That's probably high.
Okay, so if I want to walk around with Dynas and Amir, two of my bodyguards up in there and stuff like that. I want to go in the streets and walk around and have them cats with me and stuff like that. So I mean, it's just staggering, man. It's just staggering the different ways of the different cultures and lifestyle and different cultures, how they look at things. And I'm willing to bet it's just a whole lot of great happy people there. I mean, and prosperous people. So you take like, now I understand Nigeria has a very wealthy class, a growing wealthy class. I talk about billionaire, multimillionaires, even a few billionaires, wealthy class. So where do they stay?
Oh yeah, you have Victoria Island, you have Lekki, so you have those. So those are the more affluent areas, and then you have Abuja. I mean, they're spread out.
Wow, yeah, that'd be great. So entrepreneurship is just as big over there as what we talk here.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
You understand? Okay. Entrepreneurship compared to other places is not compared. Entrepreneurship in America compared to other places is not that big. I mean, you got to think about it, Fitzgerald. When you around the time you had your I mean, Fitzgerald, think about it. You go to college, you get a job.
Okay.
Over there, it's like you go to school, you got to figure it out after you got out of school. And a lot of people are going the entrepreneur route. And even those that don't go to school, they're going the entrepreneur route.
Okay.
King Joseph. So King Joseph, I used to live in Los Angeles. I stayed I stayed downtown. Like before I left, I was staying downtown across the street from where Urban Outfitters is and Umami Burger. I was staying in those lofts, King Joseph, before I left in 2014. In fact, I was there from 2012 to 2014, King Joseph, right? I think that's is that Broadway? It might have been Broadway. I don't remember. I was paying $1,400 a month.
That sounds about right.
For what year? This is between 2012 and 2014. For a studio apartment that was probably the size, maybe 350 square feet. So probably the size of your bedroom. Smaller than a master bedroom, probably your house.
Yeah. It sounds about
right. So, and then I checked like maybe a couple years ago to see how much rent was now for that same box. It was almost $2,000 a month.
Man, you remember when we first met back where how cheap downtown Atlanta apartments, midtown Atlanta apartments was compared to now?
Yeah, so my friend, she had an apartment, 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment off of Highland.
Okay.
She was paying $700 a month. New owner came. This is back in, I think, 2015, maybe. New owner came in, renovated it. That same apartment in 2015, jacked it up to like $1,500 a month.
Right.
Or close to like either between like I think it was like $1,300 a month. So she left.
It occurred to me that, and for the most part, nothing's cut in science, ladies and gentlemen. At least this statement I'm getting ready to make. It seems like you have to really, really be an entrepreneur just to keep up with the cost of living increases.
Well, even if you're working a job, you still got to do something on the side now. Like
yeah. Well, that's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's an entrepreneur, and and I like to consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I mean, I'm looking ready to put a business together now. In addition to my Carrot Bars business, in addition to my other enterprises, I like it. I kind of like the how can I put it? I kind of like the idea of getting out there and create wealth. I mean, that's like an aphrodisiac, to me. Would I might not mind having a great job? Sure. If I could have found a great job, I just didn't luck into that. But what I'm seeing with cost of living and with opportunities out there and lack of wage growth with it, just only makes so much sense to become an entrepreneur and to really get good at it. Really get good at it. Seeing what the business leaders do, look like the people I'm seeing to make the most money and the fortunes, sometimes the quickest, and have their better quality of life are in fact the entrepreneurs.
Right.
Are in fact the entrepreneurs. Okay, let's just say you go and you work like a civil service job, like Prince Amir's mother did. Let's just say you retire from the military or the border patrol or one of the governmental agencies, or let's just say you got in there in the real sweet spot before they really start changing a lot of things, and you was into corporate Americas like Rollins Orkin or Xerox and those companies. You have a real sweet position. I don't see a lot of those things. I don't see a lot of those things really. Really going like they were. Sure, you can. Yeah, if you get into law enforcement or military stuff, sure, you possibly could, retire at the end of the year. I mean, at the end of 20 with a decent pension, provided with your rank that where your years of service. But for the most part, those opportunities, if that's not the way you want to go, you really got to go out there and create something of your own, man. I'm seeing people and I'm hearing about people just put simple concepts together and finding a niche to them. And you know what? They're walking away. I mean, 2 and 5 years. I mean, they have so much money in their bank account, it's staggering. And it's growing. I want a taste of that. I mean, you don't have to spend 20 years, 30 years doing it for someone else. And it seems like the guys and the ladies who maybe college wasn't for you. I mean, looking back at it, it wasn't for me. I mean, looking back at it, college was not for me. Well, why were you there, Fitzgerald? Because I thought that was the thing to do. Right. It was always told to me, go to college. I'm thankful for my college education. I'm thankful for my education period, but it wasn't necessary for me. For my two younger brothers with their chosen fields, it definitely for them as far as their professions. But I want to create. And I want to build something on the ground up because I was just determined just to own something that was mine. And I want to make a lot of money. I had two things when I was a kid. I wanted to be famous, because it's Michael Jackson was influencing then, that's danced his music in the basement and stuff. I wanted to be famous and I wanted to be rich. I just want to be rich, forget the fame. I just want to have the wealth, but forget the fame. I still want to be able to travel and go somewhere with like, so, oh God, Fitzgerald's there, or he's there. I just want to be a normal type guy, but I have extraordinary resources, and I just like to get out there and build, and I find that I just have to burn just as much now at my age now that I did when I was like in 18. There's so much out there we can do, or so many of us can look at what talents God has already given us. And you need to do something. You need a side income. No longer do you have the luxury of dependent upon a job just to take care of you. Now, jobs are cool. That's what you want to do. Jobs are cool. I had many of them, and so I think, Prince, that if you're working 9 to 5, if 9 to 5, you can get someone else 8 hours of your day, sometimes 9, even sometimes 10. And you build your living 9 to 5. Okay. You're paying for everything for your family 9 to 5, but you build your life from 5 to 11.
Right.
In other words, you're out there doing something, or you're working on your grind, something that has the potential to bring you just as much income or even exceed your income. But even if it doesn't exceed your income, you still have a side income that could be very, 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 very valuable to your financial house. I mean, I believe that. I mean, we could talk about entrepreneur to now to the end of the year and still haven't even touched on it really. But I'm really big a proponent. Everyone within the sound of my voice, no matter where you are around the world, you need your own business. You need to create something that you and your family own. It's where someone that doesn't have something that doesn't have a cap on your income, something that no one can take away from you, something that you can build up equity, that you can sell, that you can build up assets, that you can build up wealth to lead to your generations. And you gotta have that. No, I have a friend. He came in. He said, "Hey, Fitzgerald, happy birthday to you. I know I'm miss him out. That's Dominic. That's tomorrow. Okay, man. I'm just over here to celebrate." So he gives me, okay, catch this when I get ready to say, you guys. He gives me this. Okay, 2 very nice cigars. Now, I like nice cigars, not Black and Mild. In turn, his birthday was September 7th. And I said, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something. And with the stipulation that you can't sell it. You have to hold it. You know what I gave him, Prince?
Oh,
Gave him one of this. Gave him one of these. Gave him a 0.1 gram of cash gold. Just picked up. I said, now, Dominic, hold this when your son gets grown and his little boy is about 2-3 years old now. That's the one I call Palomalo because he has all that hair going up his, on his back of his head. I said, this will be extremely more valuable, as far as when I just gave it to him. I'm giving you an asset that's going up. Don't sell it. So I'm going to smoke this up probably, and don't take me long, get around in there and do that. But this is going to go up. This, if you want to talk about appreciating asset, every time I take a puff on it, he's going down, down, down. But this right here, and I choose to build one of my business around gold. I choose to build what Prince Samir chose. We chose to build one of our business. I have a couple of them. There's my cleaning business. There's my book things. There's my YouTube page. There are a couple of them things. Remember, I told you I'm a serial entrepreneur, but I chose to build something by creating equity and creating assets. And you know what? I'm at an age right now where probably job discrimination can kick in. Not job discrimination, age discrimination can kick in. I'm double deuces right now until tomorrow. And so do you know that I said, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to revamp my cleaning company. I'm going to really start this. Tampa's a great market. Let me get that. And I have more business that I can possibly handle myself. No one is going to fire me. No one. I have a market with the COVID-19. For people are really needing cleaning. People are a minority. So go ahead.
So sorry about that. So my old apartment now that I was paying $1,400 for is now $1,911 a month.
Wow,
it's crazy.
I remember I had one. Yeah, I remember I had one down in East Point, $575. That was for a 2-bedroom townhouse. $575. And they went up on about 610. 625. I'm like, oh heck, hell no, man, I can't be doing this, y'all. 625 and stuff like that. Oh, please, So they're going considerably right now. But you know what? You know why? When people say, "Oh, you're going up to 625," or "You're going up," man, we can't do that. You know why they can't do that? Because they're not getting the cost of living or the increase in their pay to absorb that.
Right.
That's why they're saying that. Meanwhile, entrepreneurs like, oh, okay, well, especially you got a business. Well, I can lease the apartment in my business name and I can write that off. All kinds of stuff you can do. And so getting back to my other things, become a serial entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen. You can't do more than one business at a time, provided it's the right business. Now with Carrot Bars, we save gold. We save gold. Soon to be companies making a transformation in a company called Freebase. Same thing. You're buying and saving gold and getting paid for you're exchanging paper money for gold, getting exchanged for people to do the exact same thing. And all over the world. Okay, so and you get paid for that, and that creates a residual income. So when I said become a serial entrepreneur, provided the businesses fit, meaning they have synergy, meaning they go well together. Well, I have my cleaning business. I can go out there, establish a couple accounts, service a couple accounts. Do you realize my Carrot Bar business is still making me money while I'm out there cleaning? While I'm doing my cleaning of people's garages, people's homes, or ceiling fans, or whatever I do. That business is still making money. Do you realize like our host here, his books, people are still purchasing those books on Amazon while he's talking now, while his Carrot Bar business is producing well for him. Okay. His clothing business is the same thing. This is what I'm talking about, being a serial entrepreneur. Now, does he strike you as someone running around with their head off like, oh my God, I got this, I got that? Does he, I got this, I'm frazzled. This employee called out sick. Does he strike you as anyone like that? No, because he has the right synergy. First of all, he doesn't have employees in any of those. I'm going to have to take on employees with my cleaning business again, but relatively, I can control that pretty good. But my rest of my business, with my books, with my Carrot Bar business, especially with my other enterprises, they don't have employees, but yet they're still making money. And so my goal is I want to get, and you should really consider this. You should really consider this. You could consider creating about 7 streams of income coming to your house. 7 streams. Now, most people, when they think about, they're like, oh man, I'm only one person. I can't do this. I can't run. Not if you run traditional businesses, you can, but you can open up you a referral networking business. And I love the model. I love the business model. I mean, it makes a lot of money for people. It's $180 billion a year industry. You can open you up an e-commerce business, like become an Amazon seller. You might be really good at, selling someone else's stuff. And don't get me wrong, everyone sells. Everyone has to convince people to buy a product or a service they're willing to pay you for. Everyone has to do that. If you're on your job and no one sells anything, you don't have a job. Business exists to make a profit. To make a profit by the facilitation of goods and services to the marketplace that people are willing to pay for. That's on another thing. But you got that. If you can start a YouTube channel, maybe you're good at give me something that's real practical. Maybe you're good at making custom blankets, custom quilts, and you can show a couple things how people can do that, and then you can turn that into your own business. For example, there is this lady who is a business partner of mine in Prince Amir. Her name of her business is called Tribe Decor. Tribe Decor. She makes these specially masks. Okay, and I have mine here that she made. For me, walking around down here in Tampa, I wear that mask and I get so many compliments on it because it's a very unique, nice African mosaic pattern, very, very unique. I get compliments on, from white, black, Asians, I get these compliments on the mask. And you know what I do? I said, hey, yes, I had that mask custom. If you get a mask, you want to get something like this cloth, and you can order yours from tribedecor.com. Tribe Decor. What did that cost me? She's a business partner of ours right here. She's a business partner within our Carrot Bar business. But what did that cost me to do that? That's free. That's free advertising. And even if she said, Fitzgerald, hey, I want to give you something for that, now I wouldn't take it. I'll say, roll it back in your Carrot Bar business and get more gold, ma'am. That's what I would tell her, because she's a business partner. Okay, and so it's in my job when I deal with my partners is to help them make money. That's the way I think. So it didn't cost me anything to say that, but that is working for her. Her Carrot Bars business can work for her, and many of the other things she can do that can also work for her. And that's what I want you guys to understand. look into ways like, okay, how can I put one stream of income together? One stream of income Carrot Bars will allow you to do that. Now we save in gold. We get paid when other people save in gold. We're able to create a global business that pays us from 149 countries around the world. Okay, we have our own home-based business that we can realize tax breaks off of. We have no minimums, no maximums who we can market this to. Okay, we're building a business within a business. Okay, Carrot Bars is owned by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Harold Seitz. He owns it, but we get a chance to build a business within that. If you don't have the capital to really put something together, that might be a model you want to consider, because you can go ahead and work within someone else's business and get and receive revenue for you building business in your business. There have become multimillionaires, not only in Carrot Bars, but in a company like Amazon, resellers, eBay. They just maybe they want to sell wallets. Here's a nice one for y'all right here.
Oh God!
Maybe they want to sell wallets or any other thing, but you just go out there and find the market and they pay you for it. Or if you want to get out there and write books, or you want to market them to Amazon. So it's so much out there that you can do to create a residual income. But the name with this show right here, Entrepreneurs, man, you can't delay anymore on that. And I'm of the opinion, and I'm going to stress this. I usually haven't stressed this so much. Not only I believe everyone can become an entrepreneur, but more importantly, I believe everyone must become an entrepreneur. Because with the climate, the job climate, and with the uncertainty that we see around the world over, you can't afford not to be one. You truly can't. Now, get your job, keep your job, but while you have your job, use a portion of that income and your time to create something that you own. Now, we think Carrot Bars is a dynamite thing to do. I mean, I've been involved in 6 years, January, made some money. Made some very interesting money. It's what I do full time for now. So one of my businesses, I've collected a lot of gold. I've grown a lot of assets. I have business partners all over the world, helping them save gold and helping them set up in their business, helping them get paid by to do that, and helping them lead generation wealth. But it occurred to me, based on what I'm saying to you guys, I need to get something else. And, so that's why I said, okay, let me do my YouTube. Let me create my janitorial. Let me get something else, because I'm trying to get multiple streams income. But by far the best one I have so far right now is the Carrot Bars business, because I don't have to have any employees with that. I can work that from the comfort of my own home. But it occurred to me, you know what? I got a lot of time on my hands. I got a lot of time. So let me take that time and create something else, not giving up on the Carrot Bars. That money is still coming in. And let me create, let me get into my writing again. Let me get into my motivational speaking again. Let me get into something that's going to bring revenue, because Carrot Bars is really not taking a lot of my time up, although it's paying me, so I don't want to just make the mistake and just sit by idle when I can be using precious time to create additional income streams. Prince, man, you're a serial entrepreneur, and you seem to love it. I mean, it's not like, you seem to love it, because I say not seem to love it, you do love it. Because when I mentioned how like going back to a job, man, your face twist. It's like I
know it's really no option. Like I'm not going.
When you say it's no option,
hold on. No, I take that back. I'm gonna tell you what it will take for me to go back to a job. Let's see here. A limited vacation. Fully vested from day one. No matter how I perform, I still get a percentage of all revenue. Then you know what? I'll go back to somebody's job right now. I'll leave right now. Somebody called me, said, "Hey, Dynus, hey buddy, hey Dynus, man, hey buddy, saw your resume on LinkedIn, buddy. Hey man, hey, we got a great offer for you, man. Offer of a lifetime, buddy. Hey, unlimited vacation. Go vacation when you want. No quota, and you still get paid. Even if you don't sell, buddy, we're gonna pay you anyway, a percentage of all revenue for the rest of your life, buddy. And also, we'll pass that down to your son, your son's son, your sons. Yeah, buddy, just come on. I'll leave right now, Fitzgerald. No, nothing personal. I love you, Fitzgerald.
No, I understand. I understand, because you have to do what's best for you. There's a comment. I want to pay attention to this real early up in the stream. It was by Benji 001, Benji K, and I love this comment. It doesn't matter your career. Moving to LA as a non-entrepreneur is an easy way to go broke. Moving to LA as a non-entrepreneur, it's easy to go broke or live paycheck to paycheck. Now, that comment can apply. That comment applies the world over, Mr. Benji. There are some markets that are better for you and as an entrepreneur than other markets, because because the cost of living, how much it costs for supplies, and how much you could possibly pay in taxes, everything. Like for example, Tampa, Florida is an excellent market to do be an entrepreneur. Great environment, high influent class, sun and fun down here in Florida. No state income taxes, affluent communities, just a lot of stuff around there. A growing, thriving business. So, but starting a company down here, man, I more than well planned and much more thrived than when I was up in Atlanta, because I had a cleaning business there in Atlanta. But I expect to thrive more, as far as up here, down here, should I say there. I wouldn't want to go pull this, at my level right now, not unless I build. I wouldn't want to expand this to an LA. I wouldn't want to expand this up to Atlanta. I'm looking to, like, okay, what is good markets for doing businesses? Where can I make my highest gains? Where can I get my labor better? So you're absolutely right. You have to consider markets on where do you doing business, which brings me to the primary things you guys hear me emphasize on: online businesses.
All right.
Online businesses goes into any market in the world, practically, wherever you're allowed to be there, because people have their computers, people have their smartphones, and you're able to market your product to all over the world, and it's working for you day and night. So that's why I'm so big with internet companies. That's why I'm so big on the World Wide Web. And evidently a lot of other people are so big on it, because we see so many billionaires are coming out the internet community, and multimillionaires, and and just being created, just because they have a real nice gain going online. That's what Carrot Bars is. Carrot Bars is an e-commerce business. No, it's something you run from the comfort of your home on a smartphone that could be just as big as any business that you have worked for, or you make just as much money as any job you work for. And so we have to look at ways to think in different ways. You don't necessarily have to do it like my generation. My generation, where I'm like the baby boom. I'm right on the cutting end of the baby boomers. Those are guys that came out to World War II. It stopped at 1964. I'm 1964, the year of my birth. Well, when we came out, go to school, get a good job, married, 2.5 kids, get you a house with a white picket fence, maybe throw in a little dog, and retire from that company, 20 to 30 years. They take care of you. You live off that retirement. That's what we was taught. Well, when you go to school, you interview, you have a nice red shirt, like our host right here, Prince Amir, very, very elaborate body art. You won't see a magic marker on my arms, anything. I don't have any tattoos on me whatsoever. That's the generation I came from. Now, do people in my generation have that? Of course. But the way I was taught, I was taught when you go for an interview, you didn't have mustaches and stuff like that. We had to be clean shaven. That's the way I was taught.
Right.
You showed up with a nice white shirt and a tie. Okay,
don't wear a gray suit. Don't wear a gray.
Well, whatever. That's the way I was taught. I was taught certain things that still to this day stick to my psyche. I'm what you call the OG. As far as with my age category, but I in a lot of ways I have a lot of that thinking. I have transitioned over to the new jack generation now with the internet, but a lot of my thinking is okay. Elders, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. You send appreciations. When people put their name on you and they refer you, you don't make them look bad. And people give you an opportunity. You work hard. You're grateful and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm not going to give that up. But if I take that model right now, if I take that model and all that model that the things like, if I didn't transform, man, I'll still be using a payphone instead of this. I'll still have a pager. I would still email. What email? I'll be still going around there and send a letter, putting a stamp on it. I wouldn't know anything about social media. What's that? You had to you dealt with somewhere from a phone call. You met with them face to face. The whole dynamic has changed. And so the times that we're living in right now, is the easiest time to be an entrepreneur in the history of the world. If people don't have to know you, people don't have to know you as a person. They do have to know your brand. But you can literally. Some of you listen to the sound of my voice. You can literally be running a multi-million-dollar business out of your basement. And if you have the proper web design and the proper website, and you have easy way for people to pay you, if you have notoriety, or you're getting visibility through Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, or any of the number media platforms out there, you could be moving millions and millions of products out of basement. There is actually some businesses right now, you don't have to keep the product in.
No,
you don't have to keep the product in. It's drop shipped from you.
Guess what one of them is called? Name.
What's that?
Guess what one of them's name?
Go ahead.
Companies, Care Bars.
Yeah, Care Bar does the same thing. You don't have to. Yeah, I don't have to keep a whole bunch of gold on my person. If Khadijah wants to order from Morocco, and so she gets on her Carrot Bar's website, she orders as much gold as she wants. Carrot Bars directly delivers that to her from Stuttgart, Germany. I never touch it. I never take any money from her. Imagine that. I never take any money. She pays and the things drop down, and the thing is drop shipped to her, and then Prince Amir is paid for that, and Prince Amir and I pay for that simply because of the system that Carrot Bar set up. So that's what we want to talk about with Carrot Bars. Hey, it's going to fit everything I said. You're going to make money provided you work, and in any business, it takes you to work. You're the engine of it. But let me give this disclaimer in here. I found out that I work much harder myself than I did anybody else.
No.
Can't go in the bathroom and and sit down with the toilet with your pants up and act like you and go in and take a nap. I had done that one time. You're trying to get a break, man. You're about to fall out of your chair because you're so sleepy. So you'll go in the stall, sit on there, like that. Hey, I'm ashamed, man. I need to get some rest. Can't do that. If you're building a business, it starts with you. If a customer calls, they need things resolved, you're the one resolving. You're the one that bears the responsibility. Employee issues, that's on you. Your name is on letterhead. But if you also get to maximize rewards, you get to maximize financial rewards. You get all that. You build up the equity. You build something for us what you can lead to your children. Now, so what we want to talk about, just consider. You don't have to do it. Just consider being an entrepreneur. Just consider opening up like a no-cost Carrot Bars account where you can become an entrepreneur. Just consider creating your e-commerce business. Just consider not only saving in gold, but getting paid for other people who do it. Just consider a business that you can operate in 149 countries from a cell phone. Just consider that, leaving generational wealth to your children. Just consider creating another business in another business in another business. Just consider being your own boss, where you control your own schedule, where you will never have to worry about someone firing you, where you will never have to worry about of you being underpaid and undervalued, where you can literally get out there and create as much wealth as you want. And just consider creating residual income, money that literally comes in while you sleep. It's literally out there. It's literally out there. And as I see it now, Prince, people who don't adopt to this new economy, this new model, which I'm saying right there, they're going to be in so much trouble and so much despair and distress. It's not going to be funny. Why? Because all someone got to say, like, man, we're outsourcing your job. We're taking that away. We're not giving this up. But we're not giving you these benefits no more. Just like Prince Amir used the analogy with someone coming in and they're paying $750, and we don't know that might have been a little comfortable, or maybe been a little stretch, or maybe wouldn't been no big deal. But just think if it was a little uncomfortable, and then all of a sudden some guy come in and charge more than half, it starts getting real. Almost half, it starts getting real uncomfortable. Okay, what if they didn't have their job, then give them another half, another 50% increase onto their salary? They're looking for another place,
right?
Or they're getting evicted. And so I'm seeing this all around. I'm seeing it down there in Florida. I'm hearing about it in Atlanta. I'm hearing about it in Alabama. I'm hearing about it in New York. Hearing about it in Minneapolis. Hearing about it in California. Oh, California, man! I don't know why people stay over there.
I don't.
I've said that too. I don't know why they stay there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the guys, the people who are able to stay there, God bless you, man. I mean, the taxes there.
That too, but for sure, I was so they're having a housing shortage in San Francisco, and in the rents and the cost to buy houses, it's crazy. So this guy, I was watching this short yesterday, this little 15-minute short documentary or whatever, on how it's impossible to build new housing in San Francisco.
Why?
Okay, so this guy, he goes through 4 years of just city politics to build a apartment complex.
Okay.
It's going to be, so part of it was going to be for people with low income as well, right? They shut him down because they shut him down. They denied him. He got all the way to the end. Like, this is 4 years ongoing, dealing with just politics and politicians in San Francisco. He paid $2.3 million just to go through all the bureaucracy and all the paperwork. He gets to the very end. They tell him no. I'm trying to gather myself. I'm trying to gather myself. Guys, hit that like button, and also in the chat room. To get in the chat room with my Karatbar's affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. I'll personally call you. It's also in the description and it's scrolling down at the bottom on the ticker. They told him no. Now, for sure, just imagine this is you. You have this idea like, okay, I'm going to build, this apartment complex. Part of it is going to be income. What's the word I want to use? Income. Well, basically, if your income is low, you'll get a subsidy. So subsidized, and then the rest will be fair market rates. You go through all this crap for 4 years, going to the board, meeting with the neighbors, and all people in the community. They tell him no because his apartment complex was going to, I guess there was a school behind it. Okay. They said that because, and let me set this up. There's already trees around the school, right? There's already trees. Okay. Say that his apartment complex, because it would shade the school, he couldn't build it because of shade. And there's already trees around the school, so it's already shaded. So they said the shade was going to be bad. So you mean to tell me they let that man spend $2.3 million just to tell him he couldn't build because of leaves? That's the game. That's the game. That's the game. People
people play. Unfortunately, I heard about there was this black lady out there in San Francisco lost her 8.
I'm gonna tell you about that story. So she owned this property.
Mm-hmm.
They gave control to a tenant because of like the complaint. I don't know why anybody would want to move to California.
Yeah, I mean, they took all 8 of her buildings and gave them to the tenant. Took all 8 of her buildings and stuff. But San Francisco, correct me if I'm not wrong, has a black mayor.
What does that mean for sure? I was
thinking the same thing. My word was like, so what does that mean? That's I
was talking to my friend the other day. And I know we're talking politics. We got to do this on your show or on your channel. And we were talking politics, and he was like, "Well, I just want Kamala. I want her to win because of this. How symbolic it would be for my daughter that she could achieve anything in America." And I said, "What's the point of having symbolism if they're not going to do anything?" Like, what's the
point? We'll be stepping on we'll probably be stepping on some interesting toes right there. So
like you said, Fitzgerald, it's just like and black mayor and
yeah. So what does that mean?
Black mayor here in Atlanta, and houses around the corner from the King Center are going for $900,000. So
no, you joking. That's around Ormond. That's around Ormond. And you talk about what the Braves Stadium?
No, the King Center, Martin Luther King Jr. Off Auburn Avenue.
Auburn Avenue, $900,000 homes?
Yes, almost yes.
Dude, I just left there 2012. I mean,
sure, you don't understand. And over by the Braves Stadium, homes are going for like $600,000 now, $500,000, $600,000.
That was ran down on about Ormond Avenue, and
they didn't fix it up.
Well, Prince. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, you see why we're sitting up here talking about this entrepreneurship? Yeah. Atlanta is one of the sweetest cities in the nation for entrepreneurs. It really is. It's a lot about that. A lot of very well-to-do entrepreneurs there of all races and things. But I had said before, like my wife had taught me. Whether I taught her, and I made a statement to her, and I want to see if you guys are going to agree with it. This statement is made almost about 10 years ago. And I said to her, baby, it's going to come a time. I ain't calling y'all baby. But I said, it's going to come a time. Either you're going to be rich or you're going to be poor. There will be no middle class. What do you guys think? Am I off? I mean, that was almost 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Now, I believe it's just as strong, if not stronger now. You're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor.
I was asking some realtors here in Atlanta. I'm like, what do these people do? Because the thing is, Fitzgerald, these houses will sell like that.
Yeah, but you remember over there by Howell Mill Road, man, by the Forest Ferry, and even where you live in the West End, man, that was the historical land property. They even West End down there by Lee Street and all those places over there, and David Abernathy Avenue. Over there. Here's one for you. You remember the Bluff? Going up there? That used to be ran down the Perry Homes projects over there, man. I mean, when you okay. Let me try not to get censored here. Let me give you guys some information like this. But I'm speaking the dang truth. So you get censored for the truth. Hey, that's on them. But I'll make no apologies for it. I have noticed that when you have a neighborhood and you start seeing Caucasian couples walking their dogs or in that neighborhood is getting ready to explode.
Right.
No, that neighborhood is getting ready to explode because it's somehow when they start coming in there's something that, they're coming in there to really put a lot of dollars in that. And the people who couldn't keep up, they're pretty much well priced out the market. Mm-hmm. And I say that because over there, like Perry Homes in Atlanta, that was a very poor Black neighborhood, project poor. Okay. Yeah. And they came in, they put a few dollars in there. Right off of Howell Mill Road, it was the same thing back in the back around there. You'll see like a new house being built, and there's like a boarded up window busted out house.
Right.
But all of a sudden you'll start seeing these lots get scooped up, and then you see our Caucasian brothers coming in there, man, and once they do that, the whole scenery change. I'm talking like in minority neighborhoods, because now all of a sudden the police can control drug use, they can control crime. It's amazing. It's like someone that waved around over these cats, and all of a sudden, no, they can have presence, and the property value can go up.
All right.
And I can take that story and say it in any city. Now, for those who say like, oh, okay, if Fitzgerald's pulling a race car, I ain't pulling a race car, man. I'm pulling a fat card. This is fat. You take any metropolitan area you want. Let's give one that let's give one that a lot of us are real aware of. Harlem, New York.
Right.
Harlem, New York. Land of Ozzy, Malcolm, great, the Black Renaissance. That was in Harlem, New York, man, rule. That was all Black owned. That was all those nice brownstones, all that, man, and then they slowly start losing it, but it's, I think, I don't want to use the word gentrification for Harlem, but
no, it's gentrification.
It is gentrification. This is very, very real. Now there are some people, and mostly like entrepreneurs of any color, any shade, they have wealth. So you're going to talk about coming in their neighborhood now. They come to your city hall and get ready to get you voted out there. They put money behind the candidates to put the laws where you just can't come do that. If you don't have that political power and you have great neighborhoods, all of a sudden they use an intimate domain to take your land, like they did in Central Park. Central Park was Black owned at one time.
Lake Lanier was too.
No, so now what is the thing for being entrepreneurship? Well, you want to have wealth to protect yourself. You really want to do it. So you can't depend upon companies to give it to you. It's not their job to give it to you. They don't owe you a living. You owe you a living, but they don't. So a little thing like that. I think that everyone on here, that can be an entrepreneur. I think everyone must do an entrepreneur. Prince Amir and I would love to go into business with you. We're going to start more. I think I'm going to start my channel doing like a entrepreneur stream, like business segment. The laws of wealth, laws of entrepreneurship. I think we'll do that. I think I want to do that on a show not too soon in the future on my channel. Find ways to win. I think it needs to be. I think people need to understand. I think people need to understand that the way things used to be is not coming back. I think that one thing this COVID has done, swept that ideal out. I don't think a lot of jobs are coming back the way we think they are. I think people hope they want. I think it's good for news to talk that. And I think it's good for the presidential candidates to both believe that. But I think it's pushing more people. I think it's pushing more people in entrepreneurship, because I think what's going on right now is people have received a frightening wake up call. My God, if someone could shut my business, my job down, and I can't feed my family, man, I will never be at this position again. I have to create something. And not only do I have to create something I own, I have to create something that can go all over the world. So I'm not just limited to one income. I'm not just limited to one thing, that I can literally make money while I sleep. Right. So Carrot Bars is one of the ways that does that. And then I also spoken on some other ways like that. Carrot Bars is a way, but not the only one. But the thing about the matter is, I believe diversification. I believe in diversification of incomes. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I believe in asset accumulation. I believe in real estate. I believe in cryptocurrency. I believe in a nice stock portfolio. I believe in investing in ideas of others. I mean, to give me a good return. I believe in the maximum returns for my time as possible. But if I'm working, or you're working, there's only so many hours in a day you have. There's only so many hours a day you have. So you have to be able to duplicate and create that residual income. Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, You will work until you die. Prince Don Asimir has said, titles are not sexy, income is. Mr. Michael Delco has said, if you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. And finally, Fitzgerald Stevens says, if you don't make moves, moves will be made on you. You've got, no one's coming to save you.
All right.
No one's coming to save your family. It's not the government's responsibility to take care of your family. It's not your employer to take care, to give you a good job. They don't owe you anything. You owe your family something. You owe your family a good living. You owe yourself an incredible life. But you have to build something that you own in order to really, really maximize on that. Or you can just look at it the other way. Just simply keep working for someone who owns a system, and they'll just pay you a portion of it. But either way, you're going to build. You're either going to build for yourself or you're going to build it for someone else. Prince Amir, man, I appreciate your time. When you guys register with Carrot Bars, now what's the thing? Let's talk about that. How do you come apart? You have to be invited. No charge. You just open up your free gold savings account. Everyone should have a free gold saving account. Everyone should be saving in assets. Everyone should be saving in gold. Okay. Free to join. Prince Amir's link is strolling out the bottom of the stream. Okay. Once you register that, it takes you about 7 minutes. You're going to get an email from Carrot Bars, and that you click on to verify your account. In turns, you will receive a call from Prince Amir. Give him a little time. He runs multiple shows and does everything. But I tell you how we can make it easier for you. After you register and you don't hear from Prince Amir in a timely manner, just go ahead and give me a call. My personal number is 1-716-573-6296. 1-716-573-6296. Arranged to my personal cell phone number. I can go ahead and plug you into Wealth Builders. It's a teaching system that shows you exactly how to build wealth. We can also talk to you about it, do a goal statement, plug you into training, and help you grow your wealth. Just simple as that. It really is just that simple. And so we're looking forward to that. We like any business owner, we're looking to expand, and we believe in helping our partners do well in order for us to do well. So God bless you all. We appreciate you guys. Man, I'm thinking it's Friday. It's Tuesday, ain't it?
Monday. So it's Monday.
Monday.
It's Monday.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you guys have a great one, and thank you guys for the input. Thank you for saying the same things. Charlemagne Roots. I saw Harlem happen right in front of our eyes. Harlem will never be the same. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Keep in mind, gentrification coming soon to a neighborhood where you live in. Coming soon to a neighborhood where you live in. No, the wealthy is concerned about accumulation of resources. Very few things are better resources than land, because you own the land, you own what under the land and under the ground, and
Right.
Some people making a mint. I mean a mint, just leasing their property for wind towers and cell phone towers, windmills and cell phone towers, making a mint.
All right.
Largest landowner in the nation, or one of them, if not the larger one, Ted Turner. Ted Turners can walk across a couple of states and never leave his property line.
All right.
Literally, so all the resources that's under that and all the things. So, but here's another resource that people are getting to catch on. Internet resource.
All right.
There's people making millions just off of domain names. Just making domain names. Dynasty, man, that the Make American Great. You hear that? Who do you think of when I say that? Make America. Nah. Joe Biden camp owns that .com name. Someone got to the office and put that in, so that's theirs. I heard there was the one thing that someone that put up in. I don't know how true it is. Go Dogs.
Yeah.
Slogan for the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. Someone beat them to that name, and they had to pay them nice little mint, Georgia, to get it back. Mm-hmm. See, so it's digital real estate, names out there, keywords, and some people just hold on to those and making a small fortune just by holding on. So it's all kinds of ways, the wealth is created by the mind, not necessarily by the hand, but wealth is created by ideas. And so all of you have been blessed with great ideas. I just simply say you move on them. If you don't have that, consider opening up the Care account. Consider partnering up with us. In addition, while you're working on other things, I think it'd be worth your while. Prince Mayor, I'm finished, man. And you, my friend, have closing words. This is your show.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Once again, affiliate links in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. It's also scrolling at the bottom on the ticker. It will be in the description room. In the description after for those who watch the playback. Until next time, family. Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.
Peace. Dynasty, give me a call after the stream.